Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. My name's Joel, and this is The Stable Life. Hey guys, so good to see all of you. I just want to start off by saying today's kind of nasty. It's raining, it's yucky, it's cold, all the ugh. But we're not going to let that affect our mood for today. No. We're going to have a good day regardless of the weather. Now, interestingly enough, they're actually calling for it to get a little colder. They're actually saying we might get snow tomorrow. Crazy. So today what we're going to be doing is making sure all the horses are good and that none of their blankets are leaking. I also understand that tonight we're going to be doing a blanket change because of it getting cold. Right now the temperature's sitting around the mid 40s, but they're actually expecting it to get into the low 30s, so we want to make sure we switch from their sheets to their mediums. I also just wanted to say, in case anyone's wondering, I'm starting to put the recording date on my videos so you guys know when these were recorded, so you can check that down in the information below. With that all said, let's go ahead and get started measuring out. Now, I've noticed recently that I have a couple questions regarding the use of our grain. And in case any of you are wondering, I actually did a video on it quite a while ago, talking about how we work with measuring out our feed, what's involved, and how we measure out the exact amount of grain that each horse needs. I'll link that up top and in the description if you guys want to check that out. That being said, if you guys would like me to do an update on the topic and talk more about our kind of grain, the nutrients that's involved in our feed, why we picked the feeds we did, and how can a massive horse only get one scoop of grain? If that's something you're interested in, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll be happy to update you guys on the topic. All right, grain's all measured out, so let's put it in the stalls. Hey, boys. Good morning, good morning. My goodness, you guys were busy last night. I'm gonna have a lot of cleaning ahead of me. Who's ready for some fresh grain? Let's clean these buckets out first, huh? Excuse me, Buster. A bucket for Buster. Come on, Buster, we both knew you were going over here. There you go, boys. Now, because of the rain for today, they're actually going to be kept in, so I got to make sure I get this stall cleaned up for them and make sure that's set up for hay, water, for them to be in for the day. We just don't want to risk the donkeys getting sick with it being cold. It's not cold enough to warrant the donkeys having blankets on. With them getting wet, we just don't want to risk anything. All right, we got all the grain in the horses' stalls. Now we just got to make sure that hay's in there for them. You see, we have certain horses, like Danny here, who's actually out in the big field day and night. What that means is that there's a possibility that Danny's not getting the exact amount of hay that we need him to get, especially during the spring, summer, and fall. So we always try to make sure that his hay feeder's full so that once he's done eating all that grass in the pasture and he comes in for us to check on him and get his grain, we're able to make sure that he gets a healthy amount of forage into his digestive system to make sure he doesn't suffer from any problems of gas buildup in his system. And then you have other horses like Poe here. Poe's really low on the herd list, which means that if somebody who's higher on the list wants hay, they push Poe out of the way. So we always want to make sure that Poe has hay in his stall. That way he's getting the right amount of hay that he needs. And his hay feeder's empty, so we need to fix that. Guys, I got some exciting news. We have a visitor.
Hello, how is everyone?
How you doing, Kirsten?
I'm doing good.
And what brings you down to the stable on this rainy, dreary day?
Well, my horse has a lesson today, last minute, so I'm here to get him brushed before he has to go in the trailer later on.
Does Suede like working in the rain?
Well, no. I'm probably going to have a very fun lesson, but it's fine.
Oh, that sounds it, Kirsten. That sounds it. I hope you have a good time. Now, on account of it raining, my camera's not waterproof. So, I'm going to set the camera up in the barn for the horses coming out over here. And then I'll just do what I used to, and I'll put the titles on the bottom of their names, since I can't say it. Looks like Kirsten's gonna close the doors for me over there, so I just got Rebel and Falcon, and then we'll let in the next herd. Falcon! That's my fault, I should have put the cable up. You're in the wrong stall, buddy. Gotta go into your stall. There you go. That could actually be very dangerous. Tucker's on a richer grain with a lot more nutrients in it, like fat and proteins, and Falcon's on a lot lower fat protein diet. That could actually cause a lot of problems for Falcon, so I really need to make sure that that doesn't happen again. All right. Hey, boys. You guys ready? Morning, Declan. Morning, Fire. Fire's the first one in today. Look at that. And Declan. Hey, Archer. Wow. Okay, Danny. Oh, you guys are coming in quick. Hey, Swade. Hey, Tucker. Hey, Gavin. Argento, you're not last today. What is this? Hey, Weather. Hey, what's up, Obi? You're last? Oh my goodness. Looks like our hill that was about to be nice dry ground is no longer nice dry ground. If I have time today, I definitely would like to take the arena drag and just drag up this hill to let the water drain down it better and level out all these divots. Hopefully I'll have time. If I move quick, I will. So much to get to. All right, let's get these doors closed, and then let's get moving on with the next thing on the agenda. By the way, did you guys notice that all of the stalls have horseshoe handles when you close the doors? Isn't that neat? Alrighty, so it is still absolutely pouring outside. So we're just gonna work on cleaning up their stall while we're waiting for the rain to stop so I can take you guys outside. Donkeys aren't usually in here while I clean, so they're a little curious. Hey, what are you doing to everything? Buster, do you mind? You mind, buddy? I need you to move a little bit here. There we go. Donkey manure. It's nice that they just go in one section of the stall. It does make cleaning it relatively easy. Okay, there we go. I also noticed that a few of you have asked if the donkeys have gotten bigger. Yes, they have. They are a little bit bigger, but they are about as big as they're gonna get. So a regular donkey is about right about there in height. Some are, of course, a little bit bigger, but these guys are definitely miniature, but they're about as big as a miniature donkey's going to get. And Buster's actually considered dwarf miniature, I believe is what it's called. You can correct me if you know the actual pronunciation, but I believe it's dwarf miniature donkey. So Buster's actually smaller than Rocky, which you can see. There's Rocky, and there's Buster. I also just wanted to give you guys an update on how Samson's stall is looking. As you can see, we got a new cable put on here for Samson. It's looking good. And the tack box is now complete. All she has to do now is just put a roof on it. We have a nice new lock here where she could padlock it. I think that looks pretty nice. If she wants, she could put a light inside. That'll shine down. It'll look good. She can store all her stuff in there. Nice and good looking, actually. I'm really proud of it. Looks good, Mom. Looks good. And then we just got to move all the old wood out. And then Samson's ready to move in. You can hear the cows on the other side. And man, what a view. I don't know if you guys can tell, but the trees are starting to bloom. It's really looking beautiful out there. Even though it doesn't really feel like it, because it's so cool, spring is marching on. Good stuff.
Hey, did you hit that like button yet?
Now we're here with Rebel, because Rebel, his blanket is particularly soaked. Hey buddy, it's okay. And I just wanted to check and see, he's a little wet underneath. And it looks like he also ripped his blanket. The strap just gave out there. That's his only sheet that he has. But the good news is that it's supposed to get colder, which means we'll be putting a medium on him. Right, Rebel? Right, buddy? Yeah, you're something else. Yeah, you're something else. We're just going to have to feather the weather, so to speak. So we're going to watch him very closely and make sure that he's not having any problems. Ride out the remaining seconds of its life, and then we'll put a medium blanket on him. So that way we can use the sheet, because if we put the medium on too early, he'll get too warm, and that'll create a whole new set of problems. Then you won't have a medium anymore because he'll destroy it. Horses are like 1,200-pound, 2-year-old kids. All right, so the rain is supposed to stop in about a half hour. We're gonna get Tucker's pasture set up for Tucker. Then we're going to, for all the horses that are done, we're gonna let them out. That way we can get started on getting the round bales out. I'm trying to turn the round bales out as late as I possibly can, but we also need to give the horses hay. That way the round bales don't get soaked, but the horses get the food they need. Because we don't want to go through all of our square bales. These are a hot commodity nowadays. Well, while I'm waiting for the rain to stop, that'll give the horses a bit of a chance to eat their hay and dry off a little bit. I wanted to give you guys an update on the tractor tire. After looking at it, all the wire that was inside the original tire started coming loose, poked holes in the tube, which pretty much just meant that I needed a new tire. So we have a brand new tire that we're going to be putting on. That way we can get her back to doing what she does best. Looks good. Now, I would have loved to have we have a special lubricant, I can't remember the name of it right now, but it basically, Never Sees. That's what it's called, Never Sees. And I looked for that stuff for what felt like ages, but was probably about 15 minutes. And I just don't have the time today. It was not where it was supposed to be. I blame the next time I have to take these off on that person that didn't put the Never Sees back. Whoever you are, you know who you are. You upset me. I like to take good care of everything, and Never Sees keeps it in good condition. We just got to make sure we don't double thread. All right, now we're just going to give them a little bit. We want to make sure that they're not over tight. That's how you break things. They actually make a tool that you can put this to the exact torque that's specified in a manual. To my knowledge, we don't have one of those, so I just go by feel. So that's on. Let's go ahead and put her back on her feet. Alrighty, she's good to go. And it looks like the rain has stopped. So let's let the horses out. Okay, so Suede is staying in. So he's gonna be in. His owner left him a lot of hay, and he'll be back. Champ will let you out in a moment. So we're gonna let these guys all out, close these doors in case any of them decide to be rebels. And I meant the horse. I didn't mean the actual term rebel. I meant the horse rebel. If any of them wanted to be rebel, because that horse always causes me grief. And we'll come over here and we're gonna close this door. That way the horses don't go in the wrong pasture. Everything's set out to let out the horses. And in case you guys were wondering about the order that we turn the horses out, I did this last time and I actually thought it was pretty entertaining. So, here we go. We're gonna be starting things off with Casino, Champ, Archer, Poe, Declan, Gavin, Danny, Jack, Weather, Poncho. And for now, that's everybody that goes in the big field. Then we switch things over to the middle field. And the middle field starts with Duke. Then we switch back over to the big field and let out the last couple horses that are going in the big field. Resuming with Rebel. Go easy on that blanket, buddy. Then we got Falcon. And once those guys are all done drinking, then we have Samson. Going back to the middle field, we got Skywalker, Argento, Obi. And then our last horse for the middle field is Spitfire. We'll close this up, let them get their drinks. Then we just have to wait a little bit, and Samson, you're good to go. Yeah, alrighty, buddy. You ready to go out? I know, you're excited. I hope you go running and enjoy your freedom, all right? Yeah, good deal, good deal. We'll see you, buddy. We'll just close this right on up, and then we just gotta let Tucker out. Alrighty, guys, so I was able to get those round bales out, and good news is it's finally stopped raining, which means we're outside. Yay! And it's gonna be on that awesome note that I actually have some good news for you guys. I was able to sit down with Poe and her owner, Isabel, and talk with them a little bit about why Isabel decided to get Poe, and for you guys to get to know Poe's owner, Isabel, more. So I hope you guys enjoy.
I'm Isabella, and this is Poe. He's an American quarter horse. He turns 15 next month. We are jumping with him, and we're going to bring him to a show next month because he's never been to a show before, so we're going to kind of get him used to the environment. He is very willing. He's doing a really good job learning. He is eating my my sweatshirt. He's so silly. He's so sweet.
What are some things that you really love about Poe?
I got really lucky with him. He is like the sweetest horse I've ever met. If you give him something he doesn't like, he will eat it, but then make a funny face, and then he'll think that it changed, and then he'll try to eat it again.
So Isabel, what made you choose a quarter horse?
Well, when I was looking for a horse, I wasn't really looking for any breed in particular. I just fell in love with him.
Okay, very nice. You mentioned that Poe is 15 years old, and you mentioned some of his characteristics, things that you like and enjoy about him. Does he do any funny traits when you're riding him, or things that you've noticed?
I like to lunge him outside, and he gets really, really playful. It's like a game for him, so I like to give him that time outside so that he can have fun, and he's always like jumping around and like rearing and bucking. He's just having a lot of fun. It's him being playful.
So what's the reason behind why you braided his mane?
Some of his hair falls on one side, and I want to keep it all on the other side, so keeping it in braids will kind of help train his hair to stay on one side.
Isabel, I wanted to say thank you so very much for taking the time to talk with us and sharing up with us some awesome information about your horse, Poe.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed getting to know Isabel and Poe a little bit more. As always, let me know down in the comments below if you guys want to see more interactions with our clients here at the stable. While you guys were talking with Isabel, I've been busy working on filling Tucker and Samson's water trough. This is the only trough that we actually don't have an active water line running to, which means that we're bucketing water. It's a fun job. There we go, all full and ready for Tucker and Samson. Though in the process, we emptied out Poncho's water trough, as well as the donkey's water trough. So we'll turn the water on to get this filling up. All right, while this water trough's filling up, let's go get started working on those rings. So to start, we're gonna be working on this lower ring. This ring is really, oftentimes the clients don't really use this ring, but I still like to drag it, make it look good. It's the ring that the horses come through from the middle pasture into the barn, the donkeys go through into their run, and Samson and Tucker go through into their run. Not to mention Pond Show. And the main reason I want to get started on this ring is so I can keep an eye on that water trough as it's filling, so we don't waste any water. Now it looks like our water trough's about full, so let's go ahead and turn it off. Done. Alrighty guys, we got our lower ring all drug and ready. It got nice and windy. Yeah, that's awesome. We got our upper ring all drug and ready to go, which is awesome because I've run out of time for today. Okay, so you're probably wondering why I have the camera on and we're in the car right now. And that's because I tried filming the outro to the video, but it was so windy. It got so windy right when I tried filming. So I wanted to film this just in case I can't use any of the audio from when I was filming up there because it just had to be so windy. So Megan, if you don't mind doing the honors, send her home.
Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.